It's Tuesday, October 1st, and this is Markets Daily, hosted by me, Jen Sanasie. On this show, we navigate the crypto markets, making sense of micro and macro events so that you can better understand the crypto markets, whether you're investing or just watching the crazy volatility that happens in this industry every day. This show is for you to make sense of the news and apply it to your investing strategies. Happy Uptober, everyone. Today we are talking all about Bitcoin's retail inflows holding steady while big money players or whales are starting to pile in. Now, what's even more interesting here is this is happening at the beginning of October or Uptober, a month that has historically been incredibly bullish for Bitcoin. So let's unpack what's going on here. First, for those who aren't familiar with the term whales, welcome. In crypto, we refer to whales as investors who have a massive amount of a specific coin, often enough to move the market. So when whales start buying Bitcoin in significant amounts, it's a signal that major players believe that the price is going to rise. And right now, it seems like they're gearing up for what could be a big October. Several of the analysts that we've had right here on this show have shared this whale sentiment. They've pointed to Q4 as one that will likely be bullish for Bitcoin and the broader crypto ecosystem. With 10x founder Marcus Thielen, who I love to reference. I think I've done it almost every day for the past at least 5 shows. So I am sorry, but he has said we could see another all time high before March. Now, according to recent data, while retail investors, those who buy smaller amounts of Bitcoin, are holding steady, whales are accumulating at a higher rate. Hey everyone, did you know 52 million Americans own cryptocurrencies? That's not just a number, it's a movement, economic, social, and political. Decentralized finance, blockchain, and digital currencies are more than buzzwords, they are the future. This November, it's on us to show up and step up. We need to protect crypto to ensure it continues to fuel innovation and freedom for our families and businesses. Don't let this opportunity slip by. The future of crypto is on the line. Make your voice heard this November and pledge to vote now at standwithcrypto.org/pledge. Now, this influx of large scale investment is notable because we're seeing this at a time when Bitcoin's price is relatively stable. That's a strong indicator that something bigger could be on the horizon. So, why does this matter? Now, historically, October has been a great month for Bitcoin. In the past, Bitcoin has shown solid returns this month, with price increases often outpacing other months of the year. It's a trend that's earned October the nickname Uptober, which I've said probably 3 times already. So when whales start buying at the start of October, it's hard to ignore the potential for another price rally. But here's where it gets interesting. While whales are jumping in, retail investors seem to be taking a wait and see approach. They seem to be a little bit more reserved than we're used to seeing in the past. They're not backing out, but they are not increasing their activity significantly either. Now, this creates an interesting dynamic in the market. Typically, retail investors follow the lead of whales, but right now they're holding their ground. It could mean that retail investors are waiting for more confirmation of a price movement before jumping in, or they're simply cautious after a volatile few months in the market. So, what does this mean for you as an investor? First, it's important to recognize the patterns in the market sentiment. When big players start accumulating, they usually have some confidence in the direction that the market is heading. However, that does not guarantee a rally. What it does suggest is that there's growing optimism in Bitcoin's performance this month, especially given October's historical trend of strong price action. Now, second, if you are a retail investor, this might be the time to start paying closer attention to how Bitcoin is moving and closer attention to what the whales are doing. You can do that by listening to this show, of course, because if more retail investors start to follow the whales, we could see a significant uptick in demand, which could push prices higher. And with institutional interest in Bitcoin growing, especially with the rise of Bitcoin ETFs, this market could see even more inflows as the month progresses. Finally, keep an eye on any potential catalysts that could push Bitcoin even higher. One of them is coming up in November. If you listen to the show, you know that that is the American elections. We talk about it absolutely every day. I had to get it in this in this show. Everyone's watching what's happening, but there are other catalysts heading into the new year. So make sure you watch whether it's macroeconomic factors, regulatory developments, or institutional news. The crypto market is always sensitive to outside forces, but with the whales making their move, it seems like they're betting on a bullish October. So to wrap it up, while retail inflows are steady, the real action is happening with the whales, and they're buying in at a rate that suggests optimism for a strong month ahead. If you're watching the markets, don't sleep on the potential of Uptober. That's it for today's Markets Daily. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. If you listen to Markets Daily and all of the other podcasts on the CoinDesk Podcast Network, make sure you subscribe to us. We are available on all podcast platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. We do read them all, sometimes unfortunately, but we want to make this show the best show for you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.